Are you a market expert? Do you know what happened in the real estate market last year? Do you know what experts are predicting are going to happen this year? If not, you need to educate yourself because people want to work with educated realtors, and it's a great way. You can do social media advertising and education to attract clients. Hey, I'm Trae Dauby with Dauby Real Estate, and we just went over this information with our team in our team meeting today, and I thought I would share it with you all to educate you on the local real estate market, the national real estate market. As I've mentioned, posting this data, sharing this data will make you look like a real estate expert. And it is, if you post it, you're going to attract friends and family to want to work with you because they think you're knowledgeable about the real estate market. So I'm going to share some data with you. I'm going to try to keep this as short as I can, but feel free to take this data, make it your own, post it on social media, and start educating the consumers that you know. A couple things I want to start with sales last year, and I actually posted, if you want an example of what it looks like, I posted, I think it was on Friday of last week, I posted a market update. We're going to have a cleaner, more professional page or video put together. It's very similar, but it's going to be posted on our Facebook page here in the next week or two. We'll also put a visual out as well. So feel free to follow our Facebook page, Dauby Real Estate, for more content as far as what we're doing as well. We've done okay at it in the past. We're improving it. We just hired a marketing coordinator, which is starting in 2 weeks. So we'll start ramping that back up as well. But quick update on the real estate market. So sales were up 5.6% in 2022 compared to 2021. There was 5,489 homes that sold in 2021 compared to about 5,200 in 2020. Now, the almost 5,500 home sales was the most homes that have ever sold here in Southwest Indiana. These stats that I'm giving you just as a reference are for 8 counties, the 8 counties that our team covers, which is Vanderburgh, Warwick, Spencer, Du Bois, Perry, Posey, Gibson, and Pike counties. So sales were up about 5.6%. Listings were up 6.6%. There was 5,874 homes listed for sale compared to 5,510 in 2020. Average price was up to $206,670 compared to $182,566 the year before. So that was a 13% increase. Average days on market. And our market was down to 22 from 39. Inventory remains really, really low at just 1.1%. If you want more data on our local real estate market, watch my video that I posted on my Facebook page. I am going to actually share my screen so you can see a couple PowerPoints that I thought were very informational that I covered with our team. I'm giving you guys the brief overview. I don't think you want the long extended version, but let me share my screen here. So if you see my screen here, you can see it's a PowerPoint. You can see the upcoming slides over here. But as you can see here, we've been in a really strong seller's market. This is the national statistics. All these are going to be national statistics. So we're at 1.1 month supply of homes today. You can see nationally, we're about 2.5 months supply, but you can see basically since 1999 to today, we've basically been in a seller's market with the exception of 2006 to 2012 when we had the huge housing crash. As I mentioned, inventory is extremely low. Comparing December of 2021 to December of 2020, inventory is down 17% in the state of Indiana. And for those of you that are newer to real estate or was maybe just getting into real estate in December of 2020, in December of 2020, we had historically low inventory, and now it's even worse, being down 17%. As I mentioned, we're at 1.1 months locally. Nationally, it's around 2.1 months, and you can see how historically low it was. I remember in 2019-ish talking about inventory being low, and this was when we were at 3 month supply, and now we're at 1.1 locally. So winter home's going to hit the market. Historically, April, May, and June are the biggest months for listings, and I don't think that's going to change. However, last couple of years, we've seen it shift. More listings have been hitting the market earlier in the year. So if you're trying to get listings, now is the time to do it. People are going to be listing their house over the next 6 months. So get busy, follow up with friends, family, past clients, your lead generation off of whatever sources you have. Do that right now because it's an ideal time to get listing. So one thing we're hoping to see kind of shift is there's been pent up seller demand. What I mean by that, as you can see from 1985 to 2008, the average amount of time somebody spent in a home was 6 years. Since 2008 to 2021, it's been 9.2 years. So people are staying in their house about 3 years longer. I think part of that is due to the inventory situation. As we get more and more inventory, I think it will snowball. When will we get more inventory? I'm not I can't predict the future. Let me just say that I don't know. Let's talk about interest rates real quick. Interest rates. So as you can see, as we started out the year, I believe our interest rates, I have it here in my notes. See, we started out at 2.65% nationally as a national average for mortgage rates at the beginning of 2021. Now that's up 0.5% to 3.1%. So you may think, wow, rates are going up, but it's only 0.5%. In like getting an interest rate below 3% was unheard of until the pandemic hit. That's whenever they lowered the rates. So experts are predicting that it's going to rise, but I'll cover that here in just a bit. But just to give you an idea, 2016, 17, 18, 19, you can see interest rates were between 3 and 4%. It's just been really the last year that you've seen interest rates below 3%. So interest rates between 3 and 4% is not a bad thing. As long as they're below 5%, I think we're going to be okay. As you can see in this slide, home prices are slightly impacted by rising mortgage rates. I wouldn't really say that they're hardly impacted at all. As you can see, the areas here are red is when interest rates went up, and you can see, home values only appreciated 1.1% that year. At this point in time, this is whenever the economy went to crap. We had a ton of foreclosures, so there was a lot of homes going down in value, but that was due to just so many homes being on the market, had nothing to do with interest rates. So as you can see here, interest rates went up, home values continued to go up. So interest rates don't play a huge role in values as long as they don't go up substantially. I think as long as we stay under a 1% increase, we'll be fine. This graph also shows that home sales aren't really impacted by rising interest rates. You can see at this point, we had over a 1% increase in the national average for a mortgage interest rate. You can see it went from 7.3 to 8.3, and home sales actually rose that year. Again, 6.94 to 8.05, home sales rose. So you can see that home sales aren't going to be affected as long as interest rates don't go too much. And as you can see here, here's where we talk about what the experts are predicting. You can see that they're predicting interest rates to get up to 3.7% by the end of the year. So we shouldn't see anything that should affect the market too crazy. And I would take this exact slide, put it out for your friends and family to see. Now is the time to buy. Interest rates are 0.5% lower than they're projected to be at the end of the year. Some stuff for reference for you is a 1% increase in interest rates affects affordability by 10%. So what does that mean? If interest rates climb by 1%, somebody who's looking for a $250,000 house can now just afford a $225,000 house. Add to the fact that homes are appreciating and they can get a lot less house. So a lot of people are thinking, hey, I'm not gonna buy right now. I'm gonna wait till home values go down. So I wanted to talk a little bit about forbearances, people that are behind on their mortgages. Nationally, forbearances are below 1 million people, and 4 out of 5 of them are working through their forbearance, meaning they get caught up on payments, or they've worked out some type of payment plan with the bank, or they may sell. There's a ton of equity in a house in homes right now due to appreciation. So people that are behind on payments, they can easily sell and get out. So they're not going to be foreclosed on. We're not going to see a lot of homes hit the market, and a lot of homes hitting the market is what it's going to take for home values to go down. You can see here from Q3 of 2020 to Q3 of 2021, the average person in Indiana gained $37,000 in equity in their house. Wow, you talk about a good statistic to take out to the consumers and say, hey, this is why you need to buy a house. It's how you build net worth. What this is saying is the average person in Indiana that owns a house, their net worth went up $37,000 in a 1-year period. Renters don't get that benefit. And then home price forecasts, you can see here that the average is 5.2%, the bearish are around 7.4%, the bullish are around 2.8%. I honestly think inventory is we're not going to truly need, and I think home values are actually going to end up higher than this. So hopefully this information was valuable to you. Feel free again to rip off, duplicate any of this stuff, post it on social media. It's a good way to attract new clients.